Hey, welcome to the LTP Lounge, episode number 23. Running a tad bit late. As you can tell, I've got some technical issues on my side. A little bit choppy, but Udi is not choppy. Hey, tonight we're going to be talking about whatever you guys really want to talk about. Don't really have any major stuff. There's a few things coming up that we can discuss. So without any further ado, let's roll the intro. Oh, caught you mid-drink.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Thirsty.
It happens. It happens to everybody from time to time. So how's it going today?
Okay. We're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing okay. Work was all right. Work a little frustrating, but that's the way that goes.
Yep, I understand that. Oh, our background's dropped. Let's go back to make sure we have Adventureland in the background so people know it's us. Wait a minute, where is it? There we go. Okay. Good.
Bring us down.
You want us down a little bit? How do we do that? Let's see. Like that?
Yeah, a little bit. You can see a little bit of the background.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm having some issues. As you can tell, I'm a little bit delayed with my voice. I've got some hard drive issues going on. I need to figure that out on my Mac. But that's not to worry about. Okay. Huh?
Good thing you can get a deal on one.
A little bit. Yeah, I can get one. There's just something going on with this connector that's causing some issues. I got to get that fixed and figured out. All right. So here we are. September 17th, 2025. Jess is actually in the parks right now.
As we speak.
Yeah. Terrence messaged me. He's in the parks today too. So if there's anything, any pictures we need, he'll take them for us. Although I don't know what kind of picture I need right now.
No, but glad he's there.
Yeah, I am stoked that he's there. It's we talked a little bit about it before we recorded our regular podcast, and we got a message right there. It's probably Jason complaining about how oh, hey Seth, it's Seth.
Hey Seth.
Hey Seth. About how this particular past week, actually a week ago today, has been pretty hard for a lot of people. Not so hard for some people, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. I'm just talking about me. And I just really felt that the park would have been a nice reprieve from everything that's going on in our nation right now. What says you, Woody?
I agree. I think we recorded our audio podcast on Monday night.
Yeah.
And that will be coming out this coming Monday, as you guys know.
Hopefully. This is what one of the issues with my hard drive is. So yeah, that's just yeah.
But it was good because we had a very good conversation, met new people, and it was always and I'm hoping that when you guys listen to the show, that you get the sense of that it was a good way to kind of push out all the negativity and all the craziness that's been going on, and had people focusing on good things. And we started the show and you guys were here. It's a little heavy, only because I felt like it was important to talk a little bit. But no, but the park, it would have been good to be there. I'm glad Jess is there with what, we all have our things and she's been going through it. So I'm glad she's there for her and for her own, heart and her soul. But yeah, 100%. I think if we're a fan of Disney and with everything that's going on, like being at the park would be a good thing. Yeah.
I mean, tell me what you would have done. Tell me some things that would have helped you at the park. I know what I would have done.
Well, I think for me, it would have been just doing the park like we do. We talk about all the time how the park is one of those things that it is changing, but the familiarity is always there.
Oh yeah, yep.
And it has provided a place for decades for us and many people, obviously millions of people, but it has provided a place where you can go and truly, wholly, if you want to, disconnect from everything outside of the gate completely, 100%.
Yeah.
You can go in that park. I mean, now that's why I get a little frustrated with Disney with their incessant need for you to be on the phone. But if you didn't have that and you chose not to and you did it another way, it could be, you could have had the most horrible time, the most horrible month or week or year or day, but you walk in and that can all be left behind. And that's the beauty of that park. That's the beauty of the community that we have as well. But that's what I would have done. I would have walked in and I would have, you walk through the gate and we all have that feeling. The second you kind of go through the turnstile, you have a moment of like, and now I'm in.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of that release. It begins, you can look up, you can see the flowered Mickey, you see the station, and you're like, you can hear the bell, you can see the train, you can hear all this stuff, and you begin to hear the motions and the sound of the park.
Yeah.
But for me, the real moment of transformation is when you go underneath the track and you actually go in and you're in the park. Then that is a moment. I mean, underneath, going on the right, and you walk into Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
You see the flag, and you begin to really, and then you make that little turn, and you can look down Main Street, you can see the castle. And in that moment is when you really kind of can release it all. And for me, that's what it was, is you have that gradual release of all the energy and all the stuff that's happening. And then when you get there and you can look down, then you know it's truly behind you. So that's what it really would have been. It would have been that, and then look at the park, taking a deep breath, walking down Main Street slowly, and just begun the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid answer. I think I would have probably not done my normal routine and not run over to Adventureland and Paris and Jungle Cruise first. I honestly would have just I would have just entered the park, hung out on Main Street, probably the Hub or Town Square for just a little bit, listen to the sounds, listen to the people, or watch the people, enjoying life, and just taking myself out of the world for a little bit, and then I would have maybe taken a ride on the Disney Railroad around for a Grand Circle tour, came back, and then walked down Main Street, and then done my normal stuff. But I would need, and I still need to feel like to escape a little bit from all this stuff. And where my only concern is, are we going to go to Rancho twice today or once, or no, or hey, are we gonna try all the different churros tonight or something like that? Those are the things I want to worry about. Yeah.
But that's no concern. Going to Rancho twice is a good thing.
Oh yeah, it's a great thing. And I'm just glad that there's things like that people can go to and escape a little bit.
Absolutely.
Well, one of the main reasons why we enjoy the parks as we do. I still have not got my magic key yet. I'm still holding fast to that. But I do want to go. I've been really wanting to go lately. But anyways. Okay, so what else is going on in the park that we can talk about today that you might want to?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like we've had a lot of stuff going on, and we've always had a bit of news or something happening when we come on, and this week was different.
Yeah.
And I don't know. any of the things I could think about, honestly, are things I don't want to talk about.
Okay, well,
Well,
I've
no,
got
but I
a
mean, in
couple
relation
things.
to the park, I mean,
Yeah.
or Disneyland Corp. I mean, the one that we were talking about via text just like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I find that interesting, and there's a part of me that wants to talk about it. So let me make it short.
Okay.
Because this is Disney, and this has to do with Disney Corp. And Jimmy Kimmel um, today got suspended indefinitely from his show, his late night show. Um, and there are many people. Obviously, it's going to rile up a lot of people. People going great, people going that's horrible. I already saw a wonderful governor's response to it, so I'm going to hold on that.
Okay.
But what I feel like is that in this moment in time, we need to really police ourselves. And what I mean by that is, in a world where we have all these different things going on, and we cling to the thing like Disneyland Park, right? We cling to that park. We need to make sure that those areas that are removed from the world, removed from all the bad crap, stay that way. So when things begin to encroach into there, it's upon us to make sure they don't. So when I read that, I kind of went like, okay, and I actually was like, because I saw the statements he made that they suspended him over, and I thought to myself, well, you're lying, but okay, you're going to speak. But when a corporation does stuff like that, that means he's crossed the line, and they're policing now. So I'm glad, because what a lot of things that happen, Disney's been slow to see things like this and have people go, hey, what was that? And they've been slow to kind of correct it. That was pretty quick. So I'm glad that policing, but that being said,
yeah,
we all need to do it. So whether you identify on one side of the aisle or politically, it's upon all of us as Americans and just wanting a peaceful place to live, that whenever we see things that are bad, we just call it out and we go, we're not going to have it. So that's where I kind of go. It's a consequence of you being in what someone would feel is a bad actor, or acting in bad faith, and that happens in our world, in our life, all the time. So I'm glad they did that, in the sense that they called them out and said, "Hey, dude, you can't do that. You can't do that. Okay, you need to be more prescient. You need to be more aware of the world around you and the people. So you may not agree with whatever happened or this or that, but at the end of the day, there's business. They're a company. They're there to make money. So if you're going to infringe on that, and then maybe put unnecessary things into the community, then the community, in my mind, has their right to be like, and then either correct. And I'm always that. I'm like, hey, I have this problem. Can you fix this? Let's fix it. Let's work on that. But if you get to a point where you're not, then discipline happens. So I'll just leave it there. That I think he said some things that were incorrect, and he is now suffered the consequences of doing that. So we'll see what happens from there. Should he be permanently gone? No. Do I watch him? No. Do I think he's unfunny? Yes. I don't find him humorous. That's why I don't watch him. So I just hope it's not a thing of like, well, you're gone forever.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
right.
I'll leave it there.
Okay. Cool.
But back to the park.
Yeah, I mean, we bring that up. I mean, only because it technically it is Disney related. It's we're not trying to cause trouble or incite any sort of crazy discussion.
Disney did a thing, and we're commenting on the thing they did.
Yes, and that's just what I mean. Those are the facts. That's just what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we can pull this one together here. There is. Let's see. We can get. That's weird how it does all that. Okay. Um, so there's some new stuff, some new pictures of the rooftop view of Adventures Campus construction coming out. That's a lot of progress is being made on this. So we can talk a little bit about this. This is a positive thing.
I'm loving how they're progressing. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah.
The progress is very encouraging for me. I'm very happy to see. I know it's just show building.
Yeah.
But again, in my trade, I know the pitfalls and the things that can. I will tell you this. I'm going through something right now on my job site that I'm shaking my head on how work expects to do something different. It happened today. That's why it was my frustrating day. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But that's what I'm saying. So watching the progress that's going on there is just like, yeah, go.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably, I would imagine, where are we now in September? I'd say probably by year's end, if not sooner, this is all going to be enclosed, right? We're not going to be able to see what the heck's going on in there.
Fair.
But I'm pretty excited for what we're getting. You know, are you worried about like sight lines at all with this stuff? Look at that. Look at the up close view of that.
Not there because of how it is in the park. Now, well, the only sight line that I think I would be really worried about is when you're in there looking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you pass the building with the Quinjet and you go in, or on the what I'm assuming we're going to have that gate, right, where you're going on the left side of Mission Breakout.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about. It's like, okay, once you pass those kind of entrances into this new area, how's it going to be when you go in there? I mean, I will tell you, when you look at, we'll go with Cars Land, right? The beauty about Cars Land is that you walk into Cars Land, and obviously you're in that world, right? I mean, still one of the best lands for theming and imagery of an IP. When you really think about it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it gives you those things like you don't worry about the sightline, because the sightline they give you mimics somewhat what you have in Disneyland proper. You have your walkway with everything going alongside, and you have your endpoint, and it has the same thing. And when you turn around at that spot, you still have this sense of like walking back and forth. Same thing with Disneyland proper. You hit the castle or the hub, you turn around, and you still have this like feeling of movement, right? I don't know how that's going to be there. I don't know, and I don't know if that's going to be important though. That's the other part I'm trying to get at is I don't know if it's going to be that important. The sight line would be you get to the end, or you get into the queue space for one of the new attractions, and you turn around and it's like, are you going to see nothing but buildings? And I don't know if that would. I guess it depends on what they have done in that area, whether or not you feel like, oh, I'm in this box now, you know.
Yeah.
Because even though when you think about it, Radiator Springs, you're walking towards a wall, right? You're walking to almost a practical dead end. But you never have that sense of that, right?
Right.
So this is one of the things, like when you
oh,
stand down.
Sorry.
When you really think about most of the park, the only other place that you feel like actually feels like a dead end is when you go down Critter Country now. And you go down to the corner. That's the only time you ever feel like, oh, this is like a legit dead end.
Oh yeah.
Even I'll give it, even Toontown, even though you do hit the dead end, that's the only other spot that you really feel like you hit a dead end. But when you look at the rest of the park, you always feel like there's some flow to it. So I don't know how it's going to be. I'm super curious, but then again, I don't know if I'm going to worry that much about it.
No, I don't think I am either. I don't think I'm going to worry so much about sightlines. Well, if this were here's the sad truth. If this were in Disneyland, I think I would be a little more concerned with sightlines. But here, I'm kind of like, you guys can do what you need to do.
well, no, and You're right. I mean, you're 100% right. We talk about it all the time. Like Disneyland and DCA are two different things.
Yeah.
And if that becomes the way it is there, then so be it. You know what I mean?
Yep. So be
That's
it.
where that park is, and then there you go.
Do you have any, at this point in time, do you have any concerns about this experience, what these attractions are, the two Avenger e-tickets and the Coco attraction? Any concerns right now
Well,
of what the experience might be?
no. I mean, currently no. But I can't really. There's nothing with Coco, so I can't really comment on that. The only thing we have for Coco that I've seen is the concept art, and I've already commented on that. That I love that. It looks great.
Yeah, can we talk about Coco for a second?
Yeah.
I guess my concern about that is it going to be a flat boat ride that's going to tell the story of Coco, and then you're going to walk out, and then that's going to be it? Is there going to be any sense of peril or any sense of excitement, or is this going to be like another story?
Well, here, and honestly, I hadn't thought about that, but I remember we talked about it. I don't know if it was on Lounge Now or if we talked about it on the podcast, but we did talk about that. How we feel like they need to have a drop of some kind. Like you feel like it would necessitate that, because if not, I feel like you run into that. Well, you run into that possibility of it feeling like a Coco Small World, or a Coco Canal Boat.
I don't think I worry about it. I don't have the bridge for. He said the bridge for.
I don't know. Yeah, the bridge that they cross in Coco.
Yeah,
Mark, you've only seen Coco like once, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, Mark might be frozen.
No, I'm not. I'm not frozen. You went dark.
Can't hear Mark.
What? Can you hear me, guys?